1, 2, 3. Are we ready to go? I want to thank you all for being here again. There are so many leaders and shakers in this crowd that it just took me 10 minutes to write down all your names. So thank you, Adam and Christina Cuevas, trustees for Cabrillo College. Thank you for being here. I saw Lowell Hurst here, former mayor of Watsonville. And Tony Rismano, member of the Democratic Central Committee. I saw Amanda Harris Altice, the Housing Advisory Commissioner for the county. I saw Jeffrey Smedberg from Santa Cruz for Bernie and SEIU 521. Thank you to all of our union brothers and sisters who are here with us today. I saw Brian Murtha from the People's Democratic Club. And Jenny Leach Olson from the DCC and Planned Parenthood Advocates Monterey. Thank you, Cheryl Williams, for being here, founder of Santa Cruz Black. And Zenon Ulick-Cloro from the Student Housing Commission. And finally, thank you, Joe Thompson from the Bay Area Municipal Elections Committee. Let's see. I have to make sure I didn't miss anybody, sorry. Well. Oh, and Chris Davis, thank you. Oh, yes, Bruce Van Allen. I think I missed a whole lot of Santa Cruz people here. Hold on. There they are. Bruce Van Allen, Chris Crum, and Tim Fitzmaurice. All former mayors from the city of Santa Cruz. Thank you all. This is a really important election. It's really important for the whole county, but especially for us here in the 1st District. I could say more about that. But I'm going to let the rest of our speakers tell you about that. I'm going to introduce first Daniel Speltz, who is a 1st District resident, retired teacher, and family historian.
Good afternoon. Really nice to see you all. Bienvenidos a todos. Yolanda Provost de Fuentes wanted to attend the campaign kickoff for Lani this afternoon. However, she's not feeling well. So Yoli sends this story about meeting Lani a few years ago. Yolanda Provost de Fuentes quería asistir esta tarde al lanzamiento de la campaña de Lani. Sin embargo, ella no se siente bien. Yoli envía esta historia de cómo conoció a Lani hace unos años. I met Lani Faulkner at the community garden in Leo's Park about a year after the county opened the extraordinary park on Chanticleer Avenue. Both Lani and I cultivated plots in the garden. We began to talk. Lani knows a lot about plants. I enjoy gardening with Lani and learning from her. Conocí a Lani Faulkner en el jardín comunitario en Leo's Park, aproximadamente un año después de que el condado abriera el extraordinario parque en Chanticleer Avenue. Tanto Lani como yo cultivábamos en el jardín. empezamos a hablar. Lani sabe mucho de plantas. Disfruto la jardinería con Lani y aprendo de ella. We talked about a group of mothers I work with who have come together over the years. Some from Mexico, some from El Salvador. A few of these mothers are citizens now. Others are residents on the road to citizenship. The mothers support one another, learning about family resources and community life in Live Oak and surrounding areas of Santa Cruz County. As Lani and I talked about the challenges parents encounter in family experience, Lani grew interested. Hablamos sobre un grupo de madres con las que estoy conectada, que nos hemos reunido a lo largo de los años, algunas de México y otras de El Salvador. Algunas de estas madres son ciudadanas ahora, otros son residentes en camino a la ciudadanía. Las madres se apoyan mutuamente aprendiendo sobre los recursos para familias y la vida comunitaria en Live Oak y las áreas circundantes del condado de Santa Cruz. Mientras Lani y yo hablábamos sobre los desafíos que enfrentan los padres en la experiencia familiar, Lani se interesó más. Early one evening during the pandemic, I was meeting with the group of mothers at Leo's Park. Outdoors was relatively safe and provided an opportunity to be out of the house and visit with one another. The mothers refer to themselves with the Hawaiian word ohana, family. Lani, who lives nearby, noticed our gathering and, like a wonderful neighbor, brought us a delicious meatball stew, complete with plates and the rest of needed tableware. This was out of the blue. The tasty, warm food lifted our spirits and nourished our cohesion amidst challenging times. Una tarde fría durante la pandemia, me reuní con el grupo de madres en Leo's Park. El aire libre era relativamente seguro y brindaba la oportunidad de estar fuera de la casa y conectarse. Las madres se refieren a sí mismas con la palabra hawaiana ohana, familia. Lani, que vive cerca, se dio cuenta de nuestra reunión y como una vecina maravillosa, nos trajo un delicioso guiso de albóndigas. Trajo platos y el resto de la vajilla necesaria. La comida sabrosa y cálida nos levantó el ánimo y alimentó nuestra cohesión en medio de tiempos difíciles. The story reveals the kind of person Lani Faulkner is, the kind of neighbor Lani Faulkner is, and the kind of grassroots neighborhood sensibility that the leadership abilities of Lani Faulkner brings to serving us as First District Supervisor. Esta historia revela el tipo de persona que es Lani Faulkner, el tipo de vecina que es Lani Faulkner, y el tipo de sensibilidad vecinal de base que las habilidades de liderazgo de Lani Faulkner aportan para servirnos como supervisora del primer distrito. As founder of Equity Transit a few years ago, Lani has championed countywide transportation measures to help working families attend schools, and maintain employment. She demonstrates a glorious tenacity to research details shaping aspects of community life that matter most. Como fundadora de Equity Transit, hace unos años, Lani promovía medidas de transporte en todo el condado para ayudar a las familias trabajadoras a asistir a la escuela y mantener el empleo. Ella demuestra una tenacidad gloriosa para investigar detalles que dan forma a los aspectos de la vida comunitaria que más importan. Let's rally around Lani Faulkner for 1st District Supervisor. We're facing the challenge of a slick, well-financed incumbent. Be sure to donate generously with the resources available to you, skills, time, money. Apoyemos a Lani Faulkner para la supervisora del primer distrito. Nos enfrentamos al desafío de un titular hábil y bien financiado. Asegúrese de donar generosamente con los recursos disponibles para cada de usted. Habilidades, tiempo y dinero. Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you so much, Dan. I think it's one of the most remarkable things about Lani is she's the kind of person that you meet at the park and makes your cause her own. Our next speaker, sorry, I have to be able to read the card to tell it to y'all. Our next speaker has been a high-tech leader for 25 years and is now an executive coach. Her insights have influenced countless individuals and organizations. And today, we have the honor of hearing from her about Lani. Welcome, Christy Brandt.
I am so excited to see all of you here to learn about and understand Lani, our dear Lani. Thank you all for being here. Awesome. As part of that, I'd like to talk about my understanding of who Lani is and why I'm out here supporting her today. As of next year, Lani and I will have been friends for 30 years. I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, they must have met when they were toddlers. Seriously though, Lani is someone I have seen in a multitude of situations, and I have a deep understanding of who she is and what she's capable of. So, a little history. We didn't meet when we were toddlers. We met during our time at UC Davis, where we were both grad students in the sciences. Being women in technical fields, we were fast friends. After graduating, we both went into the software industry, as did many people, and ended up working together at a high-tech startup. Even though Lani was more from the biochemical background, she came in as a quality engineer. She learned the technology needed to write test automation. She set up a large array of video and browser platforms, organized all that information. As you do in a startup, you wear many hats. She was exceptional. It was really complex work in a fast-paced startup, and she was able to ramp up quickly in new technologies. She worked really hard, she learned fast, and she was an awesome team player. She would always go the extra mile to support our team. And these are abilities I believe will make her an excellent supervisor. So while Lani has the professional experience that gives me confidence in her to do this role, what makes me even more confident is how consistent she has been in the decades since we worked together in that startup. She has consistently worked hard to support her team, which is now her community, you. Many times over the last few years, she has been up till 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. number of nights in a row, researching and studying and trying to understand the issues in this community. She is consistently one of the most ethical people I know. And she's consistently been someone who cares about the environment and the future that we are going to leave our children. Finally, I would be remiss not to mention that she's also an accomplished singer, farmer, athlete, scientist, nutritionist, cook, community builder, and mother. Just a little list. To me, Lani is a true Renaissance woman. So, honestly, what is she not? I do have a few things that she's not. She is not your typical flashy politician. She doesn't come from wealth and lots of family connections. She's not someone who would be swayed by financial incentives. We need more of that. She's not someone who might say one thing during a campaign and do another once she's in that role in office. If you support Lani, you are supporting someone who is a professional that has proven herself in a corporate environment, who will spend the extra effort to research and understand issues, and who will stand by her word and do what she believes is the right thing for you, her community, over self-promotion and over self-personal gain. I wholeheartedly believe she will make an excellent supervisor for District 1. Thank you.
All right. Well, I know you all are really ready and excited to hear from Lani, but I want to tell you one more story. I first heard about Lani before I met her. I had volunteers coming up to me. Have you met Lani? She's so powerful. She's changing minds. She's connecting with people. I took 3 of those calls before I got to meet her myself. And let me tell you, she is fantastic. She's somebody who listens and truly can bring us all together. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring to you Lani Faulkner.
There's a proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, let's go together. I was fortunate to grow up with a strong sense of community and a cultural roots in 2 multi-generational families with deep connections to both my father's Swiss immigrant family and my mother's native Hawaiian family. In both cultures, when you have a wedding, a baby, a celebration, everyone in the community comes together, not just the family. Hawaiians and Swiss love their potlucks. These gatherings serve to connect the community through a tradition of breaking bread together, shared food, culture. We support one another. These strong family and extended community ties have informed my values throughout my life, empowered me in the face of personal adversity, and taught me that through service to community, we can build bridges that serve a greater purpose. Coming together in community, we can solve problems that at first seem insurmountable. I'm Lani Faulkner. I'm a scientist, mom, musician, coach, mountain biking coach, public transit activist, and I am so excited and honored to share this day with all of you here. Thank you. Let's join together. We're kicking off this campaign for all of us, for and by the people. That's what this run for supervisor is all about. I'm grateful for the trust that you have in me to run as candidate that will represent all of your voices. What that means to me is that I have the distinct honor of sitting and working with each of you in the 1st District and for our entire county. What I have heard from so many of you, from business owners to members of our labor force, parents, people with disabilities, LGBTQ+, BIPOC, and leaders in our community, is that the incumbent candidate is not listening to your needs. And he is not advocating for you. You've shared with me that he's out of touch with the core values of our community, like using anti-Semitic cartoons in his last campaign. And focusing his energy on the concerns of a more exclusive sector. Your anger has increased as he actively ignores your majority vote in chambers and is using his position to grandstand and stop progress of projects that have been fully funded by the state of California, like segments 8 and 9 of our Monterey Bay Sanctuary Scenic Trail that will provide safe and free walking and biking for all of our community. If elected supervisor, I pledge to listen to you and be accessible to you. I'll work on your behalf and on behalf of the 1st District and all residents of the county. Affordable housing and homelessness, disaster preparedness, and connected communities are the overarching themes that encompass my campaign platforms. The high cost of housing is one of the most important issues here in our community today. We see UCSC students, working families, essential workers, and a growing number of seniors becoming homeless or moving away because of the cost of housing has skyrocketed. People who work here but can't afford to live here are faced with long commutes, hours that they have to spend away from their families. The high cost of housing has made it hard to fill critical positions that we need, and I believe strongly in bringing everyone into the discussion of how to best develop housing. It's important that our growth is environmentally and economically sustainable and that we create solutions together. The incumbent candidate has voted to increase private vacation home rentals at the expense of housing for residents who live and work here. At the expense of residents who live and work here. You can count on me to support desperately needed affordable housing for our working community members. Our greatest natural disaster over which we have influence if we take urgent steps is the climate crisis. If we don't act, we can expect ever more severe fires, floods, and landslides. Mitigation and preparedness, based on science, are all critically important. For example, in Santa Cruz, more than 70% of our climate-changing emissions come from transportation, primarily cars and trucks. improving our robust transportation systems, including clean zero-emission buses and passenger rail, are equitable choices our community members want to grow. Many in our community felt abandoned after losing homes in the CZU fire, and I pledge to be your advocate. Working thoughtfully with the other 4 district supervisors, as well as state and federal agencies, to remove barriers to the resources that we need to recover from disasters. I will work to shape environmental policies that reduce the risks of these disasters. We can likewise plan ahead to lessen the crisis that families face during pandemics like COVID. I will work with local agencies to help us better prepare to navigate all these disasters by working together. Disaster preparedness is foundational to all county programs and projects. I'll also work to ensure we rely on solid environmental science to manage healthy forests and wetlands and protect our Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary. Connected communities. Connected communities bring us together and strengthen our entire community. I really saw this. These values come to life as a leader in the Santa Cruz Mountains. I lived in the Santa Cruz Mountains with my family for nearly 27 years. Lived in Santa Cruz County for nearly 27 years and 9 years in the Santa Cruz Mountains. As Road Association president, I engaged neighbors in creating the kind of environment where we learned to trust each other. In good weather, we'd bond over barbecues and music, bringing neighbors together in ways that fostered friendships and strengthened collaboration and cooperation. In the storms, we'd be out together, removing redwood branches and even entire trees from our roads, and often urgently, during the storms, clearing culverts in the rain to prevent the roads from washing out. Growing a community where people watch out for each other and our kids and our elders feel safe is about helping each other through all kinds of situations, like building a ramp for a senior wheelchair user, or supporting a family in crisis, or housing friends displaced by the fire. When I say connected communities, I also mean that I have a commitment to equity, diversity, and belonging, working to advance our shared goals of providing women, people of color, our LGBTQIA+, and other marginalized communities with what they need to thrive. It also means that I'm an advocate for labor rights and small business owners, supporting the members in our community who serve our community. Today, I'm rooted in Live Oak, where I've spent the last 16 years raising my family. Being here has allowed us to love and give back to this community. We enjoy seeing our friends play bluegrass at the Sunday Farmers Market and read poetry at the Greater Purpose Tap Room. We hold bonfires at the beach and love biking and taking dogs to the park regularly. I helped with the early design of the Chanticleer Park, and I've been actively involved in community service and organizing in this county, including youth organizations and equity issues for over 2 decades. As a mom, youth coach, and mentor, I am invested in equitable access to opportunity through programs like the California's Cradle to Career system that ensures that our young people develop, thrive, and enter satisfying careers as they become adults. When our youth thrive, our whole community thrives. I'll work to ensure our seniors and residents with disabilities can remain active and vibrant, connected to our community through engaging social activities. The very important issues in front of us today, like housing and homelessness, disaster preparedness, and our environment, as well as fostering community connectiveness and neighborhoods where our children can safely walk and bike to school, requires a supervisor who listens and understands that all of our voices bring value. It requires a leader who can bring people together. This is why I'm running, so that the First District has the support it needs to come together and make smart decisions for all our futures. I will fight to bring your state and federal tax dollars back to our district to support vital infrastructure projects. You know what I'm talking about, right? Vital infrastructure projects. This is our opportunity to work together in a way which will better serve all of us. The time has come for someone who puts our community first. I'm rooted in this community, I've raised my family here, and I've heard you need a supervisor that is ready to work collaboratively with you. With your support, I pledge to listen to you, to be accessible to you, represent you on issues you shared are important to you, and fight for the people of District 1 and this county. If you want to go far, let's go together. Join me in this campaign for First District Supervisor. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's really stirring. I don't know about you, but I am excited to support Lani for supervisor. I'm Sally Arnold. Among other things, I was on the No Way Greenway campaign, and I know many of you from that campaign. That was a real moment where we showed that people power could triumph over money. And this is going to be another moment like that. This is a critical moment for the First District, but also for the whole county. All the things that Lani's enumerated that are important for the district are important for the whole county, and they are going to directly affect all of us. The county Board of Supervisors is a key place where important decisions are made, and there's only 5 supervisors. So whether you live in that First District or not, it matters who represents the First District. Now is really the time where we can make a difference, and your support can shape the future, not just of the First District, but of our whole county. Every contribution will empower this wonderful leader who truly understands the challenges we face and the skills, and she has the skills to navigate them effectively. Our team is standing by with envelopes. Volunteers, wave the envelopes. Start walking through the crowd and handing them out, please. It's now time to contribute. You can write a check, or you can visit the campaign website at laniforsupervisor.org. Every donation counts and brings us closer to our goals. Here's the thing we need to remember. There's a $525 limit per person for County Board of Supervisors. And I know that in the past, I used to think, well, I'll give 100 now, maybe later I'll give 100 at another fundraiser, and eventually I might hit that limit or maybe I won't. After working on the No Way Greenway campaign, something I learned is that early money is more valuable than late money. It brings in more money. When you go to big donors and you say, look, we've already raised this much, it brings more money in. It allows you to plan a campaign and know, are we going to be able to afford yard signs? Are we going to be able to afford print ads? Are we going to do any other media ads? Nope. Okay, we're going to have to shift and do these other things. Those decisions get made early based on how much is raised in the first couple of months. So if you're thinking, I might be able to stretch to 525, don't wait. Do it now, and then get your spouse to give $5.25 too. Thank you all for your unwavering commitment to the First District and to the whole county. I know many of you are activists in many ways in different parts of the county. I just really want to emphasize that it's fun to show up and meet people of like minds, and that's great. But what's going to win this campaign is going to be some cash. It's going to be shoe leather, people like you walking door to door later in the campaign, talking to your neighbors, hosting events at your home, all those ways that we help get the word out that doesn't cost money, but it's going to require money. So remember, the limit is $5.25, and it's more valuable today than it will be in 6 months. So take an envelope, donate, and let's make this happen for all of us. Thank you.
You live in the city. You live in the city. I live in Oh. Work on, right? Somehow it's hitting my sweet spot in terms of getting my money, making me wear orange, all the things they sort of ask me to do.
I have an environmental I definitely got my...
Because you're
I'm environmental. There's definitely a fair amount of science that makes me plus I have the part.
Even though it's like not political science per se, it's just
And I've learned a lot of it from our science, which is almost better.
What was the first campaign?
And I went to one of the organizations. Very different, very different. And when I was involved in the I was involved
Well, Justin, thanks for handling all my questions. I do. I live in Luxembourg. And I'm very So, is that friend is gonna run? He's
How much